Hello friends, hope you all are okay. Today I am taking a yoga prop as a yoga wheel. If you have a stiff back, if you have any kind of discomfort in the back, lower back, upper back or neck, the exercises on the yoga wheel can really give you the benefits. So watch the video till end if you can. It'll be nice to see that. All these exercises are really good to create the realignment of your S curve on your spine when you are sitting, doing a job, computer, laptop, mobile phone nowadays, desk job. It really helps us in a very easy way to perform. So without wasting time, let's go and see all the exercises what you can do. Watch carefully. There are many manipulations we can do through this. Setubandhasana, Viparita Karni, these all can be done on this. In this position, even Viparita Dandasana, back bend bench, what we do in Iyengar can be done with this. When we do Setubandhasana with the yoga block, the corners might poke you, but this is very good for doing that. So let's see for the upper back first, and then we'll see the lower back. First, what you have to do, remember you have to sit on the one side of the corner. So when you start, you don't go further than that. First, very easy way is a resting. You keep the yoga wheel almost one hand span distance, kind of nearly, you can say around 1 feet gap. Then you rest your upper back on that. Your knees are bent, comfortable, they are taking some command. This itself is a good movement. And then we support our head. You can drop your shoulders, you can drop your head if you want to. This could be one, if this is giving any discomfort, then you can keep it slightly up. You can even keep your elbows slightly up. So this is one. If you feel this is discomforting, remember when you want to come back, hold your knees and slowly with support you come back. Don't take a jerk to come back. If still this was discomforting, you can keep it more behind. So you can just rest your neck and rest your head. It can be on that, and still the open chest is happening. This is also fine along with that. Here you can try just lifting your hip a little bit and down. So you can hold your breath in and then up and down. This you can repeat 4 or 5 times. Remember, when come back with a very soft support and then with the support of your hands. Those who are flexible, if they can do, we keep it close to us. We stretch our hands, like you can interlock your thumbs if you want to, or join your hands. I like the interlocking thumb. And then you stretch, open chest. Then we hold the yoga wheel. And once you hold the yoga wheel, now we push through the feet, lift your hip all the way till your elbows coming down. There is one moment where you feel like, oh, very discomforting moment it is. But if you just pass on and roll on that side, then it makes it easy. You go there, you don't lose the wheel. While coming back, again you just drop your body weight this side. So it's the rolling moment you can do 2-3 times, and you can stay even there. Once you're there, you can even push and you can perform the Viparita Dandasana, those who can. Then you rest on it again and you come back. You can grab and hold and slowly you come up. It is really good to open up your chest, your diaphragm. It allows you to breathe freely. Create some more easiness in your abdomen area and lungs area. The next what we can do is a Setubandhasana, and for that you keep it right next to the hip, and then from there you start pushing, rolling till your shoulders are resting on the mat, and then you stay with this. Now some people can feel very discomforting keeping the legs straight. So you just bend your knees and stay. So it's the same Setubandhasana but resting like how we do with the block, and it is really nice to perform. In this, there are many possibilities you can do. You can just be there. Even one leg could be up. That could be the possibility. Those who are flexible, other leg straight, and then Setubandh Sarvang Asana, and then even Viparita Karni. So Viparita Karni, you can slide, I can go down being flexible, interlock my fingers, open my chest, hips are dropped, not lifting moment.
hips are dropped. Hips and sacrum is resting on the wheel, and then legs are straight. And then you can stay. You can see the open chest, root lock is happening, chin lock is happening. Same thing, you come back, but once you come back, you rest for a while. If you have stayed for a long time, then you just little bit curl your knee to release the lower back. Either you roll back same way, or you can lift your hip to remove the wheel. If there is no flexibility, if you cannot do that, you can lift your on the toes, and then you can remove it. Or the way you went back, use your hand support, roll down, roll down, roll down, and come back in the same position. Once you do all of this, give a minute to perform Apanasana. So you release your lower back. By chance, if you stayed for a long time, this could be the one possibility. In this wheel, what you can do is best is, by chance, if the wheel is too big and you're less flexible, then you roll the mat. You roll your whole yoga mat, use the roll. If you have a bolster, the bolster can do this job. But I'm showing, if you are stiff, if you feel yoga wheel is too big, because sometimes if you are having less flexibility, then that feel can come up. Then you place the wheel a little bit further. Now you sit with this, and now once you roll, now your shoulders and your head will rest on the yoga mat. So now this will create little easiness, because your shoulders are, if your shoulder was not resting and you feel wheel was bigger, now you have little height. 2 inches height, 3 inches height does a good job. If you have a bolster, you rest on the bolster. This is a restorative way, and still you can stay with this. It's very comforting, re-managing your pelvis, and you can stay, even perform all the other exercises what you want to. All the asanas could be done here. This is a very good position and very good for the lower back, even good for the neck. Even with this, you can one by one leg, and then you go up and stay for a long time. That can give you the balance. If interlocking fingers making this balance, you can spread your hands wide enough, press them down, and hold the balance. Even one leg, same thing, bend knee or straight leg, remember. So these are the two very important, which I really like to do. They are like very comforting positions. Then you remove after one by one. You can do both legs performance, Apanasana, to release. And don't forget to do, then you do twisting. You can just bend your knees and then just hands aside, drop your knees both the side, just to release. When you do all these back bends, it's important to release by the twisting. So both knees together you bend, both feet apart, you do the twisting. And then if you want, 1 foot, 1 leg twist. So you can do that. Then you come up. So this was the restorative way, and it is very good to perform these positions. But yoga wheel can come very handy in many other asanas too. This was for the restoration way. Now suppose if you are most of the sitting positions, laying positions we use it too. I'll just show it. But like Janushirasana, when you bend, you can rest this leg on the height, and then you can perform the stretching. This could be the good possibility of doing it. Resting the leg. So there's less hurt, less discomfort in lower back, and then you can perform that. Same way when you are doing a side, Parivritta Janushirasana, you can keep the wheel aside, you can rest on it, you can keep your Achilles tendon on that, and then you hold the ankle or hold the foot and then stretch. So this gives you the extra stretch in your hamstring. Same way, you can do the support. Sometimes you sit on it, so that way easier. Then you support, push your hands, because those who are stiff, they cannot reach down.
So rest your hands on the yoga wheel, balance it, and then do the Ustrasana. This gives you the comfort of staying in a position by giving less stress. Even Supta Vajrasana could be the possibility. If I'm fast, please make my video slow, as you have a settings to do. You can perform that, you can perform this, you can hold the yoga wheel later on, and then you can go in. But this is for the flexibility side. Those who are flexible, they can perform this with this. There's another very good benefit in rabbit or balasana when we do. You sit a little bit behind and keep the wheel forward. Once you're flexible, it's too easy to go down. So for them, you rest your hands on the yoga wheel, you open your chest, and then bring your forehead down. It gives you the good stretch in your glutes, your lower back, your hip. It provides you a very good stretch and relaxation. There are many other things to be do. One more I'm showing. Doing cobra with the wheel is very nice to be done. You can keep the wheel right in front, rest your hands on the wheel, then inhale, chin up, and then push it. It really targets your upper back. It really gives you the benefit on your upper back, because when you do direct cobra, mostly the lower back gets benefit. You can see the little curve. I mean, I'm doing a little bit wrong way, but this shows like this. So when you're doing yoga with wheel, cobra, it gives a very good stretching on upper back area, and then you can perform. To make it easy, you push it further away. To make it hard, you pull it more closer. So either things could be the possibilities. So try this. Those who have yoga wheel, I really prefer these exercises. Don't forget to do Shavasana. Remember to perform the Shavasana. So those who have a yoga wheel at home, it is a very good use of that. Try it out, write me the feedback, ask me anything if you want to, and so let's see. Thank you, stay blessed, stay happy, keep smiling, have a good time.